Dear authors, thank you for deciding to submit your manuscript to the Slovenian Journal of Public Health. We welcome submissions in electronic form to the web-based peer review system Editorial Manager to receive all submissions and no longer accept submissions by email or post. The application can be located at the Slovenian Journal of Public Health website. Editorial Manager. The editorial office only accepts the post-delivery of the authorship and copyright transfer agreements which require the author's signatures. Kindly send them together with the electronic submission of the manuscript to our address. Register in the Editorial Manager application as author. The first registration will require the entry of the author's data. All further entries will only require the entry of login data, which will be sent to your email address after the first registration in the system. Please log in as author. After a successful login, you can start with submitting your manuscript. Submit new manuscript. The system offers the fields in sequence. Complete all the required structured fields. First, you must determine the type of your manuscript. The editorial office accepts original studies, methodological articles, systematic reviews, and invited editorials. My manuscript is an original scientific article. What follows are a few more structured fields. This is the title field. Please fill in the first field with the article title in English and, if possible, in Slovenian. My manuscript is saved on my computer. I copy the title from the manuscript in both languages. The shortened title can be shorter than the upper one. It is limited to 20 words. We continue with author entry. The system requires that the manuscript is submitted by corresponding author. This is the author who communicates with the editorial office and other authors. Next, we add the remaining authors. We have 5 here. Last name, first name, we kindly ask you to fill in author's affiliation as well. The email address is important for corresponding author only. Now we can submit data for next author. Next we have the abstract. I also find this in my document. Abstracts for the original scientific articles must be structured in the scientific introduction, method, results, conclusion form. The first field requires the abstract in English and is limited to 250 words. The second field requires the extended abstract in Slovenian language limited to 400 words. The English-speaking authors submit the abstract in English in both languages. The systematic reviews abstracts are not required to be structured. We continue with keywords, which should be in plural. Again, submit them in both languages if you are a Slovenian author. We repeat the words in the same sequence in Slovenian. Next, we confirm the statement where we agree the manuscript has not been submitted to any other journal prior to this submission. We also agree the article has been read and confirmed by other authors, and the research is in accordance with the ethical principles of researching. We confirm. Yes. We can enter any additional contemplations in the notes field or leave it empty. After the entry of the structured data, please submit the attachment, namely the manuscript. My manuscript is located on my computer. The name of the file must not include names of the authors or institutions which collaborated in manuscript preparation. I would like to show you what you may attach. Delete all the data filled in the structure fields already. Save the manuscript in Microsoft Word, the 97 to 203 version. The manuscript should not be longer than 4,500 words. This notion applies to the original and methodological articles and systematic reviews. Make sure to include line counter in the Word program. This helps reviewers to refer to a certain line number and include notes. The manuscript should be structured as following: introduction, methods, results, and conclusions. Include graphic and image materials in the text where it should be positioned, and provide titles. The language of the manuscript is English, and the manuscript must include 3 statements. At the end, conflicts of interest, founding, and ethical approval. Acknowledgements should not include names which may in any way disclose authorship. Any additional acknowledgement can be added if the manuscript is published. Then we have the references. Reference citing is very truly discussed in the instructions for authors in written form on our website. Be careful with the journal abbreviations. You should use the PubMed journal abbreviations. Be careful also to note 6 authors and add et al. The title should have a capital initial, just the first word, not all should be capitalized. Enumeration as usual. Volume is noted while the issue is not. And we repeat the page numbers only in difference from the previous numbers. I would also like to show you how to delete an attachment. We can now see 2 attachments. When you submit the revision of the manuscript, you can see both the previous version and the revision. We shall create the PDF document from the current version only, so we delete the previous version of the manuscript here. Remove. OK. Always submit only one attached file. Next, we create the PDF document. Build PDF for my approval. Submissions waiting for author's approval. Wait for the system to create the PDF. This is concluded when a clickable button appears here. Then we should review and confirm the manuscript. View submission. Review is obligatory. We make sure everything is all right and we are satisfied. The English language uses dots when writing decimal numbers, while the Slovenian uses commas. Literature is listed with capital Arabic numerals in parentheses after the quote. We skim over. Yes. This is it. We decide everything is in order. We close the document. Click Approve Submission button. and we have sent this manuscript to the editorial office. Our menu notes we have successfully submitted the manuscript to the Slovenian Journal of Public Health. If you have difficulties submitting your manuscript, please contact the journal office.